Hey y'all, it's Blind Manager here, and we're back with more Trials of Mana. On the last episode, we started through the Dark Castle and fought a couple of old bosses again. And this episode, we're going to finish off the Dark Castle. So we're going to start by going this way, which leads us into this tower over here. Belladonna! You're finished! Oh my, you've come pretty far, thief. You managed to defeat all the Benevolents. It seems you really were worthy enough to obtain the Sword of Mana. Imagine my surprise. But your luck ends now. I will protect His Dark Majesty if it means my life. I would give him anything. Fight me if you dare. And she turns into a furry. Yeah, so this is Belladonna, and I guess her true form? Question mark? This is gonna be a long fight just because she has a ton of health, but she's not really too bad as far as her attacks go. You know, as usual, get your buffs off as quickly as you can. Make sure you get your leaf saber. Playing the classes I am, we'll call Angela real quick. Like you would expect from a place called the Dark Castle. I believe she's Dark Element, so if you got Lightsaber, that should increase your damage. Similarly, Holy Spells, if you don't have access to the best spell in the game like I do, would be a good bet. Other than that, I'm just going to bust out the Ancient Curse and get on it with my physical attacks. And we'll talk about her attacks as they show up. I didn't find her too dangerous in my practice run, but you never know how it goes once the camera's rolling. Oh no, I was wrong. She is actually a moon element. Okay, that changes things. Alright, we need to get a cure off. And Angela died. Yay, I get to rebuff her. Okay, so she's got... That's right, she is moon element. So she's got... Moon is my favorite element, but man, it's got some dangerous effects to be used against the player. Let's see what I want to do. I don't really have any Dryad abilities except for the Leaf Saber, so I'm gonna have to just make the most of the Leaf Saber, I guess. There is one area where this party is weak. I don't really have any Luna or Dryad abilities. I've got all the other elements covered pretty nicely. Oh, well, at least with Angela it doesn't matter because Ancient Curse is just... it's a doozy. 903. Pretty sure damage caps for a single hit at 999 anyway, so yeah, it doesn't matter too terribly much that Angela doesn't have a Dryad ability. And Leaf Saber should be enough to boost damage. I guess since she is Luna, I might as well cast Leaf Saber on Hawkeye as well. I don't know if it actually gives you elemental damage or if it just has the MP drain effect, but can't hurt to try it out. Here we are on the next to last episode. You would think I would have figured these things out by now. Not to mention this is a beloved classic from my childhood. Moon Energy. I believe Moon Energy just buffs up her stats. She does have one debuff that will weaken a character. You'll definitely want to use a Stardust Herb if that happens. And I haven't been using my my level 3 techs, but I think it's safe to use them against her. I don't recall her countering them. I don't recall her countering anything, to be honest. Yeah, we're just gonna keep up the spell spammage. I believe her moon saber is draining health. Those yellow numbers that are popping up are her regaining health. Fortunately, I don't believe I have any way to dispel it. Definitely don't through Kevin. Pretty sure all of these spells with Angela are just damage. So if I've got the ability to dispel it, it's going to be on Hawkeye. Alright, so this is what we wanted the hammer for. The final boss is also capable of shrinking you. So just keep that hammer in the inventory. It's the best place for it. There's that moon energy again. Let me see. What do you have, Hawkeye? I don't think any of these would dispel. Nope, there's nothing I can do about the moon saber. Unfortunately, just have to out-damage her, which is not a big issue, but moon saber will lengthen this fight, unfortunately. Lunatic. That's the ability that you want to use a Stardust Herb on ASAP. If you look at Hawkeye's health, it will be reduced. She usually uses it when she turns into like this house cat form. So I guess she's more of like a werecat or something. It's kind of strange. But it's not just the health that gets reduced, it's also like your attack and your defense and stuff, so it's just not a good ability to let linger. It was good that that happened when it did, though, because I was just about to have Kevin heal. I would go ahead and burn off all your fairy walnuts if you got to get through this fight, because we are going to have a chance to restock items shortly after this. And I intend to take full advantage of that fact. I sure hope on the last episode I remembered to restock my items. I think I did. I remember making a point about it, but I also fought a lot of bosses. Well, I got 9 fairy walnuts, so that's really all I need. I probably should have made it nighttime too, because I do have those Dream Sea herbs that will flip it to nighttime. Oh, I don't know why I haven't been Or whatever they're called. I think they were called Dream Seed Herbs. Eclipse. I think that's a damage move? Yeah. That does damage. I'm just gonna get Angela filled up pretty good here. Smoke them if you got them, right? I've got so much money that replacing them is not going to be an issue. Like, even if I hadn't been dumb about trying to grind out my gear seeds, I would still have a ton of money. I wish I knew exactly what that ability does. I'm pretty sure it's a buff of some kind to her stats. It doesn't seem to have any outward appearance, though. It's not a healing spell or anything like that. It'd be helpful to use the right person here. I think this is probably just a bad party combination that I picked here, which is why there's been like no diversity in my strategies. But hey, I guess you use what works best, right? And when what works best is non-elemental, pretty much set. I don't know what this spell right here does. It might just be damage. Yeah, it looks like it's just damage. And it's entirely possible that all these abilities have secondary effects that I'm not seeing just because my ultimate equipment protects against it. I'm gonna level with you. I haven't done my research on what these abilities do or what my armor even protects against. The only thing I know my armor protects against is death, because I've seen the roulette of death work on an enemy and fail on Angela twice now. But I also feel like the game was pretty simplistic. Combat in this game is not really deep. I feel like it was deeper in Secret of Mana than it is here, even though that game was way worse about spell spamming being the best option. It just feels like there was more options to do with your melee attacks. Here, like, you've just got a basic attack and you've got 3 levels of tech you can use, and that's kind of it. Alright, Kevin, you need to do some healing. Alright, well, Kevin is not available for healing, so... Puddle oil. Hawkeye is probably not the best person to use for that. Yeah, that did a lot less than when Angela uses it, but she was low on health. Didn't want to take the chance. Did not want to take the chance. I'm busting out the old change form again, huh? Good thing I've got the solution for that. Alright, yeah, definitely get a heal out, and looks like Angela needs MP again. It's okay. I'll burn my fairy walnuts. Gladly. I think we've actually seen all she can do. If she can do anything besides what we've seen, I never saw it in the practice run. I also don't think I burned up my fairy walnuts in the practice run either. I think I just relied on the leaf saber to be able to get MP back, which is effective enough. I mean, if that's all you've got to rely on, your spellcasting is definitely going to slow down, but you get a spell off every couple rounds here. Lunatic again. It's alright, I know how to deal with Lunatic quite nicely. It is kind of weird how this game kind of makes up for whatever abilities that your party composition may lack through items that you can just straight up buy. Like a lot of times you're just kind of SOL if you pick the wrong party. But most of the item effects that you can need, including the coin items that basically are elemental nukes and claws that give you saber effects, you can buy them at the black market. And other things you can grow with the seeds. It seems like when she turns into the house cat form that she counters with that damage ability. That's the only thing I've really noticed about the house cat form. There may be something more to it that I'm just not aware of. Fight is going on a bit longer than I was thinking it would with all the spell spam that I've got going on here. Here's this ability again. Four-armed Naga Lady. Looks like I might have to use my last fairy walnut soon. It's alright. Like I said, the leaf saber will do some work. Probably would be over already if I had made sure it was nighttime before going into it. But I didn't. Not my best decision. She shouldn't have too much health left though. That actually might be it. that's not it. That was just a damaged animation. Alright, we're getting changed again. Use our minor mallet. That's it. Level up. Okay. Let's see. Dexterity, intellect, spirit. Guess we'll go with intellect. Master, Dark Majesty. Who is this Dark Majesty? This was once Light Castle, but a prophecy said that the prince would destroy the kingdom. When an heir was born, they locked him away in the dungeon. Feared by all and loved by none, the boy grew up in the dark of the dungeon. He knew nothing but evil and despair. The ruler of Mavolia saw this corrupted boy and named him his successor. Granted Mavolian powers, the boy became the Dark Majesty and destroyed his country as foretold. Light Castle was turned into Dark Castle, a fitting place for the creatures of Mavolia to live. His Dark Majesty's heart has been shuttered closed for eternity. All I wanted was to open his heart just a little. We have to go. The tower is going to collapse. That was close. In the end, I almost felt sorry for her. Eagle, your death has been avenged. Let's get going. Alright. With that, we can now press onward. Man, it is ridiculous how easy it is to go past the level 1 tech without trying to. Well, looks like Kevin is also immune to death. Either that or I've just gotten lucky resisting that spell, but I don't think it can actually be resisted. I think whoever gets hit by it just dies unless they're immune to death. And now a staircase is opened up, where we once could not pass. So let's go on up the staircase. Oh boy. We got more shamans. Kill it fast! You know what? I've got MB. We're gonna end this quickly. Well, maybe not too quickly, because I forgot the spell takes a really long time to actually cast. It's like trying to catch the Knights of the Round in Final Fantasy VII. But I can't let my health drop too much. Not until we get through the dungeon. Which there really shouldn't be too much more. We're basically at the top of the staircase, if I remember correctly. Where are we? This miasma. Be careful. Welcome. If you are here, I assume Belladonna is no more. No matter. There are more underlings where that worthless pawn came from. But you three have been quite useful. You slayed the Benevodons, imbuing the sword with their true power. If you wish, you may join me. Join you? Are you insane? Are you even human? Ha! But I am not human. With my own 2 hands, I slayed the king of Mavolia after he granted me power. I am now ruler of the land. For now. Soon I will absorb the sword of mana and the power of the Benevodons. I will be stronger than a god. I will be a supreme god. Behold the birth of a new god. No, not the Sword of Mana. Stop! This is the end of the Sword of Mana. No! It's gone! No! What do we do now? There is nothing you can do. Power is flowing into me. Ha ha ha! What is going on? This light is holding me back. It must be coming from the goddess of mana in the sanctuary. She's still alive? Humph. This world does not need 2 all-powerful gods. I will destroy the mana goddess in a battle to end all battles. I must leave. He's gone. What now? Without the Sword of Mana, how are we going to defeat such a powerful enemy? Don't be ridiculous. If you give up now, the world as you know it will be destroyed. Believe in yourself. You were chosen by this mana sword. You pulled that sword out with the strength of your heart, not the sword's power. You managed to defeat the Benevodons. If you work together, you can triumph over anything. Come on, let's go save the goddess. Thanks, Fairy. You're right. We gotta push through and do what we can. We can do this. Let's go to the sanctuary. And there's nothing left to do here except call Flammy. So as I said before, there was a chance coming up to restock supplies as well as grow your gear seeds. That chance is now. You can go anywhere you want, but our destination is the Mana Holy Land. That will be our final destination. As far as I'm aware, there is no point of no return in this game. Like, literally entering the final battle is the point of no return. Not really much of a point of no return. Anyway, I'm going to go to Bizer, and I have to wait till nighttime. Is there a regular store here that I can hit up in the meantime? It's actually already almost nighttime. I don't think there is a regular store here. That's fine. I'm gonna sleep anyway. Hey, it's Mana Day. Let's wake up in the PM. Sure, we'll save the game. It's been a couple minutes since we did last. Alright, now we can go to the black market and stock up on what we need. Let's see. Don't actually know who has what I need. Okay, this guy has Spectre Eye. That would have been useful to have. Dark Coin. Marpoto Oil heals statuses. I think this might be like the ultimate status healer. Why don't I have these? light coin. That would be useful. Final boss is dark element, by the way. And in case you're wondering, yes, he will absorb dark attacks. So that's what we're going to prepare for, is our final boss. Ah, here we go. Flame coin. I'm not sure. Oh, these buff your stats. Okay. Wind weapon. Do they have light claws here? Might not have light elemental claws here. I might be out of luck. Let me look through this again. I could have sworn they had light claws here. Got fire, water, wind, earth. Dang it. I must have mistaken it for this guy over here selling the light coin. Because this guy is definitely selling a light coin, which deals light damage, but well, that's disappointing. Alright, well, this was a waste of a time for a excursion. Let me go to a place that's got a regular store, because I do need to buy fairy walnuts. Pretty sure this place has got a regular store. Just gotta find it. Oh, it's in here. Alright, let's see. Go ahead and buy that. Restock on that. Alright. And with that, I am ready to head to the Mana Holy Land. So, one thing you're going to notice pretty quickly is that the place has changed a little bit. We won't be able to take the exact same route to the sword that we did the first time. Another thing you're going to notice is that there are shapeshifters everywhere. They die pretty easily to melee attacks, assuming they don't turn into something dangerous. But you could also kill them with one casting of Ancient Curse. Certainly an option. And that's going to be the only enemy you find out here, aside from one other enemy that I'll point out when we come across it. That other enemy is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Like, these regular shapeshifters are nothing. Nothing! Super easy. Fight them all day long. They're actually pretty good experience, honestly. If you don't feel you're strong enough for the final boss, yeah, go right ahead and grind out on a couple of these guys. 900 experience for each one. It is a little annoying, though, that I believe their health actually gets restored every time they shapeshift, and this guy has shapeshifted like 5 times on me. It'd be great if he would just go ahead and die. There we go. Wow. Did he drop anything useful? Item seed. seeds aren't going to be useful to me at this point. So our last enemy is Shadow Zed. Okay, that's a weird... that is a very weird decision that they made in localization. Because at the title screen, when you select the language you want to play in, it specifically says US next to English. We don't say Z in the US. We say 0. And it's really weird because this enemy has appeared in other mana games that have been officially localized, and it's always been called Shadow Zero. I don't get it. But anyway, as you saw there, they are shapeshifters like the shapeshifter that's actually named Shapeshifter. But they're really dangerous because they actually turn into one of your party members. So we can't actually go up here like we have been doing. So we'll have to find another route. So yeah, be scared of Shadow Zed. Because, especially with the fact that they have access to level 3 techs, this was a dead end. The level 3 techs, if they catch you off guard, they can kill you, like, outright. I was near full hit points when that one went off. And I'm really going to be scared if I encounter one that turns into Kevin. Like, honestly, in this situation, it would be best if they turned into Angela. And I think they always turn into the playable character, which I'm not sure how that would work if you were playing 2-player. But I've never seen them turn into a character that I wasn't playing as. Drop something. I'm just curious, really. Yeah, it's just giving me seeds. That's disappointing. I was hoping I could get some light claws or something. If I only had one that I could use on Hawkeye during the final battle. And if we go up here, it's kind of a dead end. So we've really got to find our way around. And we've got another Shadow Zero up here. I'm sorry, I'm not going to call it Shadow Zed. That doesn't flow off the tongue very well for me. And it's not what it's named. Oh! This one turned into Kevin. I have been proven wrong already. I mean, I'm kind of glad that happened, because I did really want to know. Ooh, he's spamming them on me. That's not good. Yeah. Now, the good news about those Shadow Zeros is, if you take the correct route, you're not going to run into any. At least, I don't think you will. I didn't in my practice run. I only ran into Shadow Zeros when I was at a dead end. If my memory were better, we wouldn't have seen one except for that first one that I purposely ran into just to show it to you. I'm pretty sure we only see regular shapeshifters along the beaten path. Stop shapeshifting! Urgh. These enemies would be less annoying if they were locked into a form once they shapeshifted. That's how shapeshifters worked in Secret of Mana, I do believe. They just were whatever they turned into, forevermore. Can't get to that one, so we'll just have to walk on past. Okay, looks like I lied. Here is a Shadow Zed, and I'm pretty sure this is the beaten path. Old Shadow Zero. Yeah, that was an ideal case right there. Okay, I've been a liar on all fronts. I guess Shadow Zero can appear anywhere. Very dangerous enemy. Just be careful around it. Actually, I think I can safely use my level 3 techs here. Although they don't really seem to live that long. King Rabbite? I haven't seen that one before. They seem to be capable of turning into literally any enemy in the entire game. Well, that was an incredibly mundane item to pull. I'm not going to try and explore every path, because I already know that there is nothing but more enemies down the wrong paths. So if I don't show you a path, just know that it's a dead end. Lots of shapeshifters. Oh, goody, he turned into a polterbox for a split second. I'm so used to not using my level 3 techs that I'm not using them still. Well, I should probably go ahead and change my allies' AI at this point, given that these are the only thing from here to the boss. Wow, luck and dexterity are the only things left for Kevin to level. I guess we'll go with luck, since dexterity does absolutely nothing. Alright, let's go to this AI. Alright. Attack nearby enemies. Split slash. Attack nearby enemies. Gimbo kick. Attack nearby enemies. Pot shot. Alright. I guess I'll open this chest. Chocolate. Oh, you know what? That's why the drops have been disappointing. I think these enemies can actually drop anything that whatever they're shapeshifted into drops. Alright, here is the final save point in the game. If for some reason you still have not class changed and you got this far, this is not only the only place that you can do it, but also your last chance. Because there is nothing but the final boss beyond this point. But both of these statues are save points, which is weird because I don't think when we came here earlier that they were actually usable save points. I'm pretty sure I even checked. But, yeah. With that, I guess we're gonna have to go to the right here. No other way to go. Monsters are still leveling up as I go along. Luck and dexterity once again. I have never actually maxed out a character, like with their stats, I mean. So I don't know what happens when your stats are fully maxed out. I imagine that screen just doesn't show up. But the stats don't max out at very high levels. Like, we're probably still maybe 15 levels away from maxing out the stats, just because the stats that are left are really low. But maybe not even that many. The stats that start out low may just cap low. Dexterity and spirit. Guess I'll raise spirit. I don't think it'll help any. You okay there, shapeshifter? Okay, I'm not gonna bother with any more chests now that I have realized that they just drop whatever they're transformed into does. And this was a dead end. No. Alright. Starting to lose my voice here. That's no good. I need to go ahead and get to the end of this. Honestly, it kind of feels like I'm dealing more damage with my level 1 tech. Alright, what's going on here? Is this a dead end? I didn't think this was a dead end. Did I miss something? Well, this was definitely a dead end, right? Definitely a dead end. I must have missed something on the previous screen here. What in the heck? Maybe I was supposed to go up here. Yeah, that's what I got wrong. Looks like I am showing off every dead end except for one so far. Alright, now we're back on track. Just got a little turned around there for a moment. Because this place is kind of confusing and it's different from the way it was before. A new path appeared. Sometimes you do have to defeat the enemies, but I don't think there's actually too many of those situations. He shapeshifted at the last second? Or was that another one? I guess it was another one. Oh gosh, there's still more. I think I know the way from here. I'm pretty sure all these other branching paths are dead ends. And that this is the way forward. Although I might have been wrong. I don't know where I'm going, apparently. No, not a Shamanian. Some of those names are hard to say. Alrighty. This is definitely the correct path. Because up here is actually the former resting place of the Mana Sword. And this is where we're going to end things off. So if you've been sticking with me so far, thank you very much for coming along this journey down memory lane with me. The next episode, we're going to take on the final boss and save the world. If you're not subscribed to me already, please consider doing so. It helps me out a lot. And smash that like button. But with that, I'm out. Peace.